Good morning, sweet world, and welcome to the No Dunks podcast presented by FanDuel. It's Tuesday, December 16th, 2025. I'm Jay Skeets here in the Classic Factory, and alongside me, as always, Tass Mellis.
Podcast listeners, this is for you.
Next to him, it's my top shot hot boy, Trey Kirby.
Ayo.
Ayo. Over yonder, making the magic happen, super producer JD.
Hello.
There he
Hey,
is.
JD.
And our special guest today, former Milwaukee Bucks All-Star and Olympic gold medalist. And you know what? I'm adding to the resume, fantastic new NBA content creator, Michael Redd. Welcome to the show.
Guys, thank you so much for having me. It's been a while since we've been together, but it's always a pleasure to be with you.
Yeah, you're right. I should have said, welcome back to the show, because we checked the archives yesterday, and Mike, you appeared on an old episode of The Starters back in our NBA TV days in like 2017. So it's been a long time since we last talked.
It's almost a decade. And I hate to say that, but big fan of you guys, and was a joy then, and certainly it's a joy now to be a part.
Well, we got lots to talk about with you, and you are sort of like in the content creating space, and we'll get into that in some of the videos you've put up. But let's start with the Knicks and Spurs set for tonight's NBA Cup in Vegas, where the tournament's going to produce a third champion in 3 years, no matter what happens, no matter who wins. I'm interested to hear your thoughts as a former player who didn't have this NBA Cup when you were hooping. What do you think about this whole thing? And both, if you were playing and I guess as a fan as well.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch. I think it gives fans something else to get excited about, to be engaged with in the middle of the season. And you couldn't have two better teams at the forefront of this right now with the Spurs and the Knicks. Obviously, this is the third year of the tournament. I don't think it's been fully optimized just yet, but it's trending, and it's going to be a phenomenal final, and I'll be watching.
Are there things that you would change to the Cup, like in terms of, we're already getting rid of the semifinals in Vegas at a neutral site, but do you think they should go worldwide with this? Do you think it should just be in the better seeds, the higher seeds home place? Like, what do you think?
How can it be optimized, as you said?
Yeah, I think globally, I think it will go globally at one point. Now, I'm not saying it should, but I think it can certainly do that with our fans globally. I don't see why it wouldn't go global, and but it's way above my pay grade to be able to think creatively.
Fair enough. Are you envious of these guys playing for, $500,000 there if they win this thing tonight? Like, would that have incentivized you when you were playing in their days?
No, not at all. I think it's interesting. When I played, and the money that we made during that time seemed astronomical compared to the guys who played in the 80s and 70s.
Sure.
We would hear it, and Michael, I can't believe you're making so much money. And I didn't want to be that guy when I retired to be jealous or be envious of what these guys are making. We fought for this in our collective bargaining agreements over the years, and the players deserve everything they get.
No NBA Cup when you played, but you did make a Final Four back in your college days. What's your mindset going into like these single elimination games when it's all or nothing out there?
Yeah, it's fun. It's so fun. And I think it's a great format for the players. Sometimes in the dog days of winter during the season, you find yourself, for us, it was 4 games and 5 nights. This reinvigorates the players. This gets them more engaged because they're shooting for a midseason goal. And you're going to see some great basketball tonight because at the end of the day, the players want to win. They want to compete and they want to win, no matter if it's the finals or the cup. So I think the quality of basketball is going to shine through tonight.
Do you have a prediction for Spurs Knicks here tonight?
Ooh, the Spurs are on a heater right now. Anytime you get a chance to beat OKC, you've got to probably favor them, although the Knicks with Coach Mike Brown look great, and they're trending in the right direction. I think I have the Spurs tonight because of how they've been playing. But when it's time to close, there's not too many closers better than Jalen Brunson. And I'm biased because he's left-handed. But I just love his game and his moxie in the fourth quarter. And so it's going to be a barn burner. I do have the Spurs pulling it out, though.
Okay, well, hopefully it's an entertaining game. Let's talk a little bit about last night, and in particular, one awesome game from an 18-year-old kid. The Jazz did beat the Mavs. They did. I want to make note of that. They had some great performances, 140 to 133, despite a career-high 42 points from Cooper Flagg, becoming the first 18-year-old in league history to score 40-plus. He's playing the best basketball I think we've seen over these last few weeks. He's really putting it together. What are your thoughts on Cooper Flagg's, 25 plus first games here, and just this rookie class in general? Because this looks like a stocked class with all the performances from these guys.
No question. It's a deep class, to your point. But with Cooper, it was a matter of time that he kind of figures it out. And so he couldn't be under better tutelage with Jason Kidd as his coach to help him kind of figure it out. Any rookie is going to go through an adjustment period. And the first few games, first couple weeks, trying to figure it out. The pace of the game is different than college, certainly than high school. He's only a year and a half removed from high school. And so to see him perform at this level, this was predicted by most that he would be somewhat of a superstar. And he's showing it right now how at 40, scoring 40 at 18 is pretty remarkable in the NBA. So I'm excited about his future. I love his ability to be able to bring the ball up and orchestrate the offense to a degree and play make. It's going to make him much more dangerous as a player, and Jason's using him in the right way.
How long did it take you during your rookie season to feel comfortable playing in NBA games, to know where you're going to get your offense, to know how you want to score, and to just fit in on an NBA court out there? Because Cooper, a little bit of a slow start, but in the past 15 games, basically, he's been playing at an incredible level.
He has. Well, you got to remember, I didn't play my rookie year, probably. I only played 6 games. So I never got adjusted to my second year, basically, in the NBA. So it takes time. There's a cadence. There's a rhythm. There's a certain speed. And so my rookie year, I learned a lot through our practices and obviously watching during the games, just on how guys pace themselves and whatnot. So it's a rhythm to it for sure that you have to learn.
Let's get your thoughts on some of the surprising teams so far this year. Is there a team or two that's really shocked you, maybe heading into the season? You thought, maybe they're not going to be that good, or maybe you thought they were going to be better and they've struggled. Is there a team or two to you that's like, okay, that's not what I thought?
I think we'd all be lying to say we didn't think Toronto would be where they are right now in the standings. They have certainly played well this year. I think health has been a big part of it. Mm-hmm. It has to continue to be a big part of it for them. But Ingram has played at all-star level. Scotty Barnes is playing at all-star level. They've done a wonderful job up in Toronto. So I think Toronto is a team that certainly stands out. I think you have to look at the Spurs and their acceleration. We knew Wemby was going to have a big-time year, but with the team match what he's been able to do on the court. So I think the Spurs have done a wonderful job this year so far. They're to be taken seriously. And I don't know if we knew that they would be taken so seriously this year, maybe next year, but they certainly have opened up a lot of eyes this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially the record they had when Wemby was out there for a good chunk of time. And I think you see the benefit of having like veteran guys, right? And I'd love for you to speak to this. Like Harrison Barnes had some great games and has continued to play well all season. De'Aaron Fox, obviously not that old, but older on that squad. How important is it to have, in your experience, just like vet guys to plug and play, to learn from, especially when you are a younger guy in the league?
I think vets are essential. And when I came in, I'm a little bit biased to this because when I came into the league, I had Glenn Robinson, Sam Cassell, Tim Thomas, Ray Allen, obviously, Urban Johnson, Lindsey Hunter. These guys shaped my career in a sense. And when you are with a group of great veterans, that can have a huge influence on your whole career. How you handle yourself professionally on and off the court. There's a lot of nuances that comes with being an NBA player. And so it's important to have mentorship, guys who've been there, done that at a high level around you to help equip you to accelerate your growth as well. So I think the Spurs historically have done this, and they continue to do it.
Is there a team that catches your eye when you're watching? Because we can tell you watch a lot of basketball. Do you have a favorite League Pass team? Like, is it the Bucks, having spent a majority of your career there? Or is it something else?
Well, I'm always watching the Bucks for sure. Another exciting team to watch, or at least players, Sixers. Mm-hmm. I had the pleasure of seeing Tyrese Maxey play against the Bucks a few weeks ago in Milwaukee, and he put on an absolute show. And he's a special talent that I love watching play. And so they have a great young backcourt with Edgecombe as well back there with him. And I think the future is bright with Philly. In the midst of all of what they've had to deal with the injuries with Paul George and obviously Joel Embiid. But Philly's a team in the future to look out for with those two in the backcourt. I enjoy watching the Thompson twins in Detroit and Houston.
Yeah.
Their energy, their athleticism, they're just fun to watch. Detroit has been such a pleasure to watch this year. So proud of their effort this year, and they've grown. Cade Cunningham, one of the top 5 MVP candidates, arguably in the league this year so far. But yeah, those are the guys that stand out to me.
When you're watching a game, are you zeroing in on things maybe that a casual fan has no idea even to watch? Is there a particular thing or two that you're watching on either the offensive end or defensive end that maybe, again, someone just like doesn't watch a lot of basketball, has no idea it's even happening?
Yeah, it's a switch that just won't shut off. I try to watch as a fan.
Yeah.
And I can't watch casually as a fan, but I'm watching the setup of the offense. I'm watching how guys are getting open. I'm watching gaps in the defense. I'm watching how the defense is playing. Is it zone? Is it like an amoeba defense? Is it, what kind of flares are they running for the shooters? I'm watching all kind of games within the game,
right.
Which is hard to shut off. But I wish I could watch it casually and just be in awe. And I am in awe of the athleticism and these younger players, but I'm always watching the game within the game, and that's how I played.
Do you miss like the off-ball screens? There's not nearly as many. You were a guy who used to do some damage coming off pin downs or multiple away from the play kind of screens, clearing some spots for you. It's like Duncan Robinson does that now, but kind of rare.
It is rare. I do miss those days. And you don't see a lot of two guards or guards posting up like they used to as well.
That's right.
That's something I miss. I was watching the game in Milwaukee with the Philly Sixers, and no one posted up from a guard position. And in my era, all the two guards posted up, and it was a huge advantage for us. But there's certain aspects of the game that I miss, but there's certainly an evolution with all of this space and obviously the importance of the three ball in this era. It's unbelievable.
I remember last time we had you on, again, this is 2017, we were like, how many points would you score in today's game with the amount of three-point shots that guys are now allowed to get up? Because you, despite being a great three-point shooter, I think you only you maxed out at like 6, maybe 7. You were flirting with 7 three-point attempts per game. That would be easily like in the 10 plus today for a guy like you, would it not? You would be putting up, you'd be flirting, I think, with 30 points per game.
Oh yeah, it's hard to. I mean, yes. I mean, I would shoot more threes, and it's pretty accurate to simulate that. Now, what the misnomer with my career is that people know me as a three-point shooter when I was really just a scorer that happened to learn how to shoot threes. So the floor is so spaced now, and the bigs are not in the paint as they used to be. The Yao Mings, the Sean Bradleys, the Shaquille O'Neal's, the Ben Wallace's, the Rasheed Wallace's, those guys are not now outside. And so the ability to be able to get into the hole and score at a high rate is more prevalent now. And then obviously probably shooting between 10 to 12 to 13 threes a game would probably be my calling card now. So it would be a different dynamic for sure.
Yeah, I mentioned this off the top. You're a great follow on Twitter or X or whatever we're calling it now, but you also do these YouTube videos, and the latest one is fantastic. It's titled, Why This Game Meant More Than My 57-Point Night. And you're breaking down with our guy T, actually the game where you scored in the 40s, but it was against Kobe, and you guys go through it, and it is really fun. You guys breaking it down. I'll make sure we link to it in the show notes to this. But yeah, why was that one more important to you? Was it just who you were going against in the late great Kobe Bryant?
For me, it was an homage to him as much as it was about my game and my performance. He was the pinnacle. He was the top dog at that time in our league, and to be able to have a performance like that in his house was for me special. And he didn't have his typical great game that game either. So I was very, very proud of the win for one, but more importantly, the performance against him, because he's the best. He was the standard, and to compete at a high level against him and to perform at a high level, it meant the world to me. It stands out to me as my favorite game.
There were a couple, smaller things from that video that you brought up that I wanted to get your, more thoughts on. You said it may be more difficult for a shooter to shoot a technical foul than a normal free throw. And I was like, wow, I never thought of that because, there's no one there. It's just like not routine. You guys are mechanical with how you approach the free throw line. And so I hadn't thought about it until you said it on that video where I could see that to be true.
Now, I was trying to justify why I missed it. Whether what I said was true or not, I think there is aspects of that to
sure.
having people on the line and whatnot, but you shoot the gym by yourself all the time, free throws by yourself. So, no excuses to ever miss those, really, but it is different, but I was just trying to justify my misses.
That's great. And you also said in the video how large hands are like a cheat code in basketball. And again, it's like another one of these like observations. We've been doing this for a long time. Like, yeah, okay, that does make sense where I could see that would be an advantage because you had a great finish in that game against Kobe and the Lakers where, you could palm the ball pretty easy and sort of maneuver it around the defense.
Now, the caveat with that is that year we had the different ball.
Oh, yeah. The synthetic ball, yeah.
Synthetic ball, correct. And so there were a lot of high-scoring games that year with that ball. So I think Kobe had 81 that year. I think Gilbert had 68 in LA. That ball was really unique. I actually missed that ball because it would hang on the rim a little bit longer and spin off the backboard a little bit different. And so I enjoyed that ball. But, yeah, certainly handling the basketball that way as far as palming it. I mean, you saw it throughout the history of the game with Connie Hawkins and Dr. J and obviously Michael Jordan and obviously Kawhi Leonard in recent times. The ability to be able to palm the ball gave you such a huge advantage because the defense was always caught off guard on where you want to go. So you had the ability to manipulate the defense by palming the ball and then finishing at the rim too. With bigger hands, you can do it much more easily.
It is fun just listening to you in retrospect of your career. What do you make of players podcasting now in their current situation? Would you be able to podcast as an NBA player? Would you be able to do that? And what would you even talk about? What would your pod be about?
I think, yeah. I think I would. I think it's just the time, right? It's the time. The great mistake that we, as former players, do is we kind of simulate what we would do in today's time when we didn't have social media. Yeah. We didn't have the notion of a podcast. We didn't have apps. We didn't have iPhones. We had Blackberries and, Nextels. We had
Nextels.
Great puzzle.
So we didn't have what these kids have today at our disposal. And the notion of a brand wasn't as prevalent or as important to us at the time. So with the advent of social media, obviously, and the ability to touch billions of people around the world, and now thinking of yourself as a brand and all the opportunities off the court beyond play. Could it serve as a distraction? Sure, it can. Yeah. But I think at the same time, why not take advantage of it and why not monetize off of it?
One of your takes on X was a fun comparison about Cade Cunningham, and you saw similarities to Brandon Roy and his game, and we talked about it here on the show. I'm curious, which player in today's game reminds you most of yourself? Is there a comp in today's NBA that you're like, okay, I see some Michael Redd in his game?
I think Chris Middleton comes to mind, obviously. Yeah. The jersey number, shape of our heads, things of that nature. Chris has had an incredible career, obviously with the Milwaukee Bucks for most of it, now with Washington. But I think Chris comes to mind. I think when you think of maybe of a Desmond Bane.
Okay.
Is strong, powerful body that can score in a variety of ways. I was unique because I was left-handed too. So it's not one for one per se, but I think those are the guys that come to mind. I don't know if Bradley Beal fits in that category, his prime, but Chris Middleton and Desmond Bane probably come to mind right now.
You mentioned being left-handed. You said you like Jalen Brunson because he's left-handed. What makes every single lefty smooth out on the basketball court? There's like no clunky lefties that have ever played in the NBA.
Chris Mullin was smooth. Lamar Odom was smooth.
Yeah, exactly.
Manu Ginobili was smooth, right? There's so many great left-handed. David Robinson, so many great left-handed players over the years. James Harden comes to mind. I don't know. There's not too many of us, for one. And most of those players I mentioned were ambidextrous in a sense. I know for me, the scouting report was to send me right. Well, I love to go right and finish right. And when they cut that off, they took me and funneled me to my left hand. So the ability to be able to be ambidextrous and to go both ways really confuses the defense. And so some of the great left-handed players were so unique in how they played. I shot the ball differently than most with my form and quick release, and the ability to go left really threw a lot of defenders off because they're so used to guarding right-handed players, and the angles are different. So it was a huge advantage for me in my career for sure.
I'm glad you brought up your unique form, because we had some fans of ours asking when they knew you were coming on the show. Ask Mike, were there ever coaches in your development over your basketball career that were trying to change your shot and your form and your release and all of that? Because that's not how you do it. Did that happen?
There was one coach in particular that tried to tinker with it.
Okay.
That's it. Throughout high school and through college and the pros, not really. But there was one coach who said, hey, maybe you need to, switch it up a little bit. But he kept hearing the net pop and pop and pop. So there's no need to change it if the ball's going in the hole. And respectfully. So sometimes you can get caught up into the beauty of the form of a Ray Allen, Klay Thompson. But Steph shoots completely different than both of those guys.
Yeah.
And Reggie, right? And the ball goes in.
Yeah.
So I measure great shooting by the quality and quantity of how much it goes in.
Yeah, what would that coach try and tinker with? I mean, what would he try and make you actually do with your great form?
I think he was admiring Ray's form. This is early in my career, and there was a natural proclivity to want to compare me to Ray Allen in the sense of his form.
Yeah.
We were teammates, obviously, early in my career, and it was the natural, probably thing to do. But the ball kept going in, and if the ball's going in, you do not want to mess with it. So, obviously, being a top 5 scorer, top 10 scorer in the NBA for a chunk of my career, there was no need to mess with it.
One thing I have now realized when I introduced you, I should have said Hall of Famer Michael Redd as well, because you are part of the Redeem team in the Hall of Fame. Congrats on that. Do you have any memorable encounters in the Olympic Village of your time at the Olympics that jump out to you?
Yeah, I think we all had a healthy diet at McDonald's. More people would know. And this is all of us. I'm talking about Roger Federer and Nadal and Phelps and Usain Bolt. We would all hang out in the village together, and Serena and Venus, and it was a really incredible group that year. And then Kobe and I engaged in Papa Shop, and it's been widespread and known. Chris Bosh put it out a number of years ago, but yeah, it was an epic battle between Kobe and I and two competitors. Which drew us to our relationship. And we had not a public relationship, but ours was more private. And just had a fun night of just going at it for, 3 or 4 hours of Papa Shop. It was wild.
That's a lot of games.
The team had left. We had dinner or what have you and hung out. And then him and I just started engaging. And then 2 hours later, Chris Bosh comes back and me and Kobe are sweaty. We're all in it. He's like, "Are these guys still playing?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're still playing." And he left, and we were just drenched and just laughed and had an incredible time. I think about the memories with those guys.
Yeah.
Being together at the Hall of Fame was such a nostalgic moment for all of us, and all of us are in our 40s now and have kids and that are grown and doing well. So it was wonderful to be with all of us together again. Obviously bittersweet that Kobe wasn't there, but it was an incredible night together and something I'll never forget.
Did you have any favorite Olympic sports that you got to witness firsthand when you were there that you went and checked out?
Wow, swimming. To see Phelps swim was pretty incredible. And table tennis.
Right.
I mean, extraordinary. Probably the most popular sport at the time over in Beijing when we were there.
Sure.
Was table tennis. And these athletes were just incredible. Beach volleyball, it was incredible as well. And so we tried to do our best to support our other sports as best we could.
A couple more before we let you go. And again, we had some people ask a few questions. I love this one from Devin Landry. Any good Steve Nash stories for us, because you did play with Steve at the end of your career. I guess that was your final year there, right, in Phoenix?
Yeah, it was. It was such a treat. And him and I would talk all the time, like, what if this would have happened 10 years ago, 10 years earlier,
right,
or 5 years earlier, or 12, We had those conversations a lot. And Steve was one of the best teammates I've ever had. And just as nice as he comes across, welcoming, tremendous respect for each other. We had played against each other for many years. And to finally have played with the quality and caliber of point guard that he was like a dream come true. And I had a blast my last year in Phoenix. He made me feel welcomed, and we had wonderful conversations. And whenever I see him to this day, we hug each other and just have a mutual respect for each other.
Before we let you go, I know you're not a hot take artist guy by any means, and we're not asking for that, not looking for that, but we'd be remiss if we didn't ask you for your thoughts, your opinions on the Giannis situation in Milwaukee, where you are a legend with the Bucks, and how that's going out, how you think it'll play out, obviously the rampant trade rumors and all that. What's Michael Redd's take on the Giannis and Bucks situation?
I really don't know. I wish I did know, but I don't know what he's going to do or what the team's going to do. This is his 13th season. I'm a stickler for being with the franchise your whole career type of guy. I wanted to play my last year in Phoenix to prove that I can come back from 2 ACLs and perform at a high level. That was for me. But I think he has the opportunity to be a lifer in Milwaukee. And when you look at the great players throughout the history of the game, the Dirks, certainly Kobe, you look at Reggie Miller, you look at certain players like that, Stockton, who stayed with their teams throughout their whole career. There's something to be said about that. So I'm a big fan of him sticking in Milwaukee. Milwaukee's a great city. Great fan base. They will love you to life. Having been there for 11 years, I kind of grew up there myself, similar to Giannis, kind of grew up there. But he's got it made there. And so if he wants to leave, that's his choice, or if the team wants to trade him, that's their choice. But I think being there is special. And yes, it's a small market, but I think the lasting legacy with the fan base in Milwaukee will never, ever go away.
Yeah, I've always been adamant that he's not going anywhere this season. He's said it many a times. I've also been adamant about talking about Thanalysis, because I get fed those podcast clips, and I know you've been on Thanalysis before. Yeah. I'll ask you, did you like being on the show? Was it a fun time?
Yeah, it was great. We laughed. The interview was really long. I think we cut it up a ton, but we just had a wonderful time, and it was the first time that we had a chance to talk about, my time there, right before the era of Giannis and all of that. I was that era before them. So I think, Thanasis took time to kind of learn about my journey in Milwaukee.
Now, Thanasis is also not a hot take guy. I don't know if he would even have a podcast if his brother got traded, but if he asked you to be on the show, then would you come on? Of
course.
Yeah.
Of course. He's fun, man.
Yeah, he is.
He's
fun.
a great personality. He's fun, and so for me, being with him was a hoot. We looked at our phones or our watches. We're like, this has been 3 hours. And like, how did that happen? So we just laughed the whole time, and he's very knowledgeable of the game. And but we had a ball.
Yes, respect to that, because I know people are always on me. Oh, that's not that show. I don't even see that show, but now we've got Michael Redd giving it the approval.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Did you have like a Thanasis character during your NBA career who was like a good vibes guy who you just loved having around?
Wow, that's a great. He's unique. He's the modern day ML Carr, right?
Nice
Celtics, right? So I don't remember having a guy of that ilk throughout my tenure in Milwaukee. We had guys that were supportive, and we had great teammates for sure. But like, his passion and his energy every game, I don't think I've ever seen it before.
Yeah.
Contagious.
Who was the funniest guy you ever played with, either on Milwaukee, or you had some characters? I was looking at that roster when you did play with Nash and the Suns too. Like, Robin Lopez is on that team. I'm sure he's a character.
So many funny guys. LeBron's one of the funniest. My time with him during the Olympics.
Really? Okay.
Oh, LeBron's hilarious. His nonstop comedy. and obviously he was younger then. He was 23 at the time, so just full of life and vigor. But still, he's still funny when you're around him. I saw him at the Hall of Fame, and we were laughing about an inside joke about our hair. But yeah. But he is one of the funniest people that I've ever encountered in basketball. And there's some Desmond Mason's funny. So many years with him with the Bucks, we would laugh all the time, and we still talk to this day. That's my brother. But there's been some characters. Irvin Johnson is hilarious. So many great characters throughout the years. Eric Strickland comes to mind. Just a lot of great teammates I have when I played, but on the Olympic team, I think LeBron stood out the most.
That's fantastic. Well, look, we're not going to keep you 3 hours like this is the Thanalysis here. Mike, appreciate you so much for jumping on. Hopefully we can do this again in the future. Again, I'm going to recommend everyone check out your YouTube channel. We'll make sure to link to that. Follow Red on X. Are you on you're on Instagram for sure as well.
Yep.
You guys posting stuff
Yep.
there. So thank you, man. I really appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you guys having me. Always good to be with you guys and good to see you again.
Yeah, let's make sure it's not another 8 years until we talk again, okay? We'll try and get you on later this year or something like that. Take care, man.
I'll see you at turn 60. All right. Have a good
All right, Michael Redd, everybody. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. To thank Michael Redd for coming on No Dunks. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll get into some of last night's games.
All right, the NBA is cooking right now. 5 games last night, 2 into OT, 2 into the last minute, and the other one had a guy saying, "You're gonna have to get him off me. He can't guard me." The Spencers are just hot right now. And FanDuel's putting you in control right from tip-off, because today you get to choose your reward. Take your shot with a profit boost, play it cool with a no-sweat bet, or get a little backup with a bet-back token. The no-sweat bet, that's a good one. For example, say you bet $10 on the Grizzlies. Say you're betting on Cam Spencer, and you toggle on your no sweat token. So if the Grizzlies lose, you could get your $10 back in the form of bonus bets to use on another wager. Keep it safe. It's all about finding what fits your game, the way you like to play. No matter how you play, FanDuel's giving you the power to choose your reward and own your game this NBA season. So make your pick, get in the game, and play it your way.
Okay. Few great games last night to dive into here. Let's start with Jokic getting his 12th triple-double of the season to lead the Nuggets to the 128-125 overtime win over the Rockets. Now, Ime Udoka, he had some things to say after this game. I believe he's going to get fined. He was very critical of the officiating. He said, quote, "the most poorly officiated game I've seen in a long time." Then he said 2 officials have no business being out there. And crew chief, Zach Zarba, who he was alluding to.
Specific, huh?
Zach Zarba was acting starstruck. You're seeing all kinds of inconsistent calls, and I'm sure we would have gotten a few more texts. Anyway, he was upset. Particularly, Trey, I think about Amen Thompson getting called for a trip on Tim Hardaway Jr. right at the end of regulation that then got Jamal Murray to the line
from the play
to
foul.
tie it up. Yeah, and they looked at it and they said, nah, he tripped him. That one got him heated. There were a couple other ones, of course, but your takeaways from Nuggets Rockets, which was really awesome.
This is prime hoops season. I know it was on Peacock, but this was prime hoops. Early season, you get some mirages. Late season, we call it Mickey Mouse March for a reason, but like December, January, once we've played like 20 games, even though the Nuggets are like super banged up, like we're getting great performances. That's why we had 2 great games last night. We've had 2 Game of the Year candidates. If you ask me, this week between the Spurs Thunder game and then what happened last night, you could just tell both these teams really wanted this game. Felt like a measuring stick game between the 2 of them. Jokic came out aggressive. He was complaining to the refs all night, it felt like as well. The way the Rockets were defending him was pretty interesting. Like, start letting him go to work down low. He turns into a scorer, and then they send help right at the very last second. Kevin Durant. 5 blocks last night. It's just a fun game to watch. Great. I love the post moves are cool kind of game. Jokic and Şengün going at each other, bumping and grinding. Şengün hits the lefty hook over Spencer Jones there with 2 seconds left. This was just an awesome game to watch front to back, and to have it go into overtime. You never know what's going to happen in overtime, but a great win for the Nuggets. I thought they had some really cool performances. They are so banged up right now. They lost Peyton Watson in this game, the old trunk contusion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a rare injury when the guys on the broadcast are like, what does that mean? You know what a right trunk is?
Just is that just his butt? I mean, his glute. I mean, that's
Or like he took like a nasty, I don't know. I think upper body for trunk from waist to
Yeah, I
nips.
sort of do too. But
myself.
I don't know.
Nonetheless, they're missing a lot of guys already.
yeah.
Christian Brown out, Aaron Gordon out. They lost Watson as well. Spencer Jones hit like a huge shot in the last 2 minutes of regulation. Just fun to watch. So this is a potential playoff matchup. Like these two teams could easily finish the season 2-3 in the Western Conference, and that would be must-watch TV because it was last night.
Yeah, Spencer Jones splashing, and that was right after Reed Shepherd did it off the bounce with a huge three, and then Durant on the other side. They were just going back and forth. That was super fun.
Oh yeah, the shot making was huge
Yeah, it
there.
was.
Those
4
threes when
straight.
they
It
were
was
trading
awesome.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it goes to that 2-second left call where Tim Hardaway was air quotes tripped. I mean, it was one of those plays where a guy, almost like a guard bringing up a ball where he like slows down to bump the guy behind him. Tim Hardaway just kind of slowed down, and Amen Thompson kind of hit him, but it'd be difficult to call. It'd be difficult to overturn though after you call it because he was bumped, but it didn't look like a foul to me. It just happened to hit him, and he happened to fall. That one point was key, but it was fun going back and forth. This Nuggets team, as you said, no Aaron Gordon. No Christian Brown. They lose Peyton Watson in the first half, and they still get there with Spencer Jones playing 41 minutes. Jokic fouls out. Valanciunas fouls out, and they get a win. This was a blow-for-blow battle. It felt like a playoff game. It felt like a second-round series. I'm already thinking this is a second-round series, and then one of these teams plays OKC. But if Jokic is there against OKC in a conference finals, I would find it hard to bet against him or not be surprised, even if you take OKC, when the Nuggets get it done. Because it's, number one, it's Jokic. And number two is Jamal Murray, who looks different this year because he's obviously playing great, but he also doesn't wait anymore. He used to, as you get into your pick and roll with Jokic or you get the ball up top, he used to kind of evaluate. But now he's just, bang, into it. He looks like a different player. And so, is he an all-star? Of course. Is he an all-NBA player? I think there's an argument for that, that he could be a top 6 guard because of how he's balling. So how they got there, man. To the end of this game, Vince Carter was on the broadcast on Peacock and said, this feels like game 3 of the playoffs. I said, game 3? Specifically? I've never heard someone say that. I don't know what game 3 of the playoffs really feels like. I guess it's like, okay, you felt each other out for 2 games. Now this one's really important.
Okay.
Either way, it was wild to see Durant blocking Jokic in that fourth quarter over and over and over.
Cool, man.
Yeah,
5 blocks.
It was a fun game. My only thing was I was a little bummed by the Rockets' like play call at the end of overtime because we've talked before about it's sort of cool. Like Şengün is like their go-to guy, and that's fair. The guy's an all-star. That guy's all NBA. I get it, but they're down 3. I'm like, instead of Şengün forcing a 3-point attempt where he like goes out to the 3-point line and chucked it up and wasn't even close, I'd prefer to see Kevin Durant rise up over any defense you're going to throw at him to get a better look, in my opinion, to potentially tie the game in overtime.
I hear
That was
you.
my one thing. I was like, okay, that one I think we go to KD.
Yeah.
But otherwise, the one that, like you said, that little hook one where he put Jones in the basket,
Yeah.
I go, that was, I mean, he's done that all season long.
Or Jabari Smith, even.
Yeah.
You could hear Vince Carter was saying, why are they. He kind of. Because Vince Carter. Plays it safe. He almost said, get Jabari Smith the ball. Like, get somebody else the ball, even when they went to Şengün there.
I think I counted it right, but I think Kevin Durant only took 3 shots in the last 12 minutes of this game, including overtime. They were a little bit too tilted towards Şengün, I thought, though he was pretty effective as well. And part of the way that Kevin Durant gets defended is a defender sticks to him and is not going to give any sort of help. So it helps the Rockets for sure. But there are better ways to keep him involved because he does need to take some of these shots.
Yeah.
Because that makes things even easier for Şengün as well. Thought it was also pretty interesting that when Josh Okogie was on the court, the Nuggets went to his zone, and it worked pretty well. Okogie had a good game, but you want those possessions to end up going to Okogie. Yeah. They tried the zone some when Reed Shepherd and Aaron Holiday were on the court, and it didn't work because those guys can shoot threes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I loved seeing Reed Shepherd continue to shoot, even though he didn't have a good shooting
He
night.
shot a lot last night.
It was 5 of 17, I think.
Yes.
It wasn't hot, but that 3 was huge. He just kept firing.
Yeah, so a really fun game there. Make sure you go check out at least the extended highlights on the NBA YouTube page if you didn't watch that one. On the cock.
My only complaint with this is I don't like the way Kevin Durant's number looks like on those H-Town jerseys. It's like a 7, and it almost looks like a question mark. It's too blocky.
Oh, too blocky.
Way too blocky for a 7.
Do you like those jerseys in general?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think I do. I definitely didn't like them on the Nuggets court.
Yeah.
The Nuggets have such a minimalist court with a kind of a light wood. Very washed out look, I thought.
Yeah, they look better on the Rocket Man or the Spaceman,
Yeah.
City Edition court, I guess, that they sort of pair with. I don't love the H-Town. I sort of wish it said Houston instead. But anyway, we're nitpicking.
Yeah,
Awesome game.
just quickly on Josh Koji not getting it done, shooting the ball. I wonder about the Houston Rockets' depth when Tari Eason comes back and who's playing. Like, they are missing guys. While on the other side, you see like, Jonas Valanciunas, I thought was really key in the second quarter when it seemed like Houston was pulling away. Here comes Jonas Valanciunas. Bang, bang, bang. He had 6 points there in the second quarter that were important. He only had 8 points in this game, but little runs. So the Nuggets' depth coming through again with so many freaking guys missing, but it also helps when Jamal Murray is just literally almost 50, 40, 90 now at this point of the season. You don't, or 50, 45, excuse me. That's disrespect to Jamal Murray. It's 50, nearly 45, and nearly 90%.
Damn.
That is incredible.
The other game last night on Peacock, the first one, the Pistons versus the Celtics, very entertaining as well. Cade Cunningham, once again, amazing. All game in the clutch, 32 points, 10 boards, TK, as the Pistons beat the Celtics 112-105.
This was kind of like NBA Cup semifinals, where the Eastern Conference game, the Knicks versus the Magic, was awesome, and then we had a way better game later in the night. Because this was a great game, too, but unfortunately this is the JV Conference. Once again, a good measuring stick game. Celtics have been playing great. They've been one of the hottest teams in the league. Meanwhile, Detroit has been at the top of the Eastern Conference for quite some time here at the start of the season. I thought there was great intensity on both sides.
Oh, yeah.
Multiple technical fouls. You got Jaylen Brown and Cade Cunningham going head to head. Like, who's the best guard out here in the East? That was awesome to watch. The key moments to me, though, were in the fourth quarter. Detroit is up 96-92. Cade Cunningham subs out. Who's going to score for Detroit? It was a Karis LeVert layup. Then Javonte Green hit a 3. Then Javonte Green made a nice steal and had a monster dunk. There's 5 Javantes out there. Cade checks back in, a 7-point lead. Like, you're happy to add to the lead in that scenario. You're happy to keep the score the same.
Sure.
So to stretch it out was pretty sweet. And then Cade, because he's a clutch dude, he went smooth operator mode. He had Austin Rivers singing on the broadcast. Hit 2 clutch jumpers from the mid-range.
Yep.
The second one was nasty off the spin. It even shut up Austin Rivers. That was impressive. Detroit is now 14-4 in clutch games this season, and it's because Cade takes over.
No doubt. If Austin Rivers singing, Robbie Hummel's got to be humming alongside, because I thought it was good, and I know we've questioned guys sitting right at the bench and whether it's good. I don't know. I think it's working on me. It's sort of aged properly. It's aged well, I guess I should say.
I think they're good.
They are good.
Those 3, they have great energy. There's
Yeah.
some jokes. I mean, they're obviously, I don't know, maybe they're helped out by sitting right there on the bench or courtside. They're into the game
They're
oddly
into the
more.
game.
I don't know what it is, but I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty good.
With their energy, you'd think they're like right beside each other, talking right beside each other.
Yeah.
But they talk back and forth. They say, "Isn't that right, Austin? Isn't that right, Robbie?" Like, they have
to do
play
a
each
lot
other.
of naming each other because you've
It's your
got
turn to talk,
Setups,
buddy.
Your turn to talk.
Yeah.
I do feel like they're always talking.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
Noah
do.
Eagle
Yeah.
didn't get.
There's
get much.
never any airtime.
Yeah, and I think part of that is the makeup of where they're sitting. I
Yes.
think when you're all sitting together, it's maybe like you're just letting the play-by-play guy sort of handle it. There's a little more breathing, like but because of where they are located, I think there is that somebody always wants to be talking and making a point. I'm with you on that, but at least they're trying. Why not?
They're trying things. The Celtics were trying things, throwing the zone at the Pistons, and it worked in the second quarter. They were just saying, all right, 3-point shooters, figure it out. And they got up, but they pulled that out in the fourth quarter again with Cade Cunningham off the bench. And Karis LeVert was phenomenal with that take to the rim, then that Javonte Green 3, and then that Jaden Ivey block of Jaylen Brown, literally guarding him all the way into the paint and blocked him, and then that's what led to the Javonte Green smasher. To see the depth of those
That was
guys,
huge.
Yeah.
that
big
was
time.
huge. That's got to be the dunk of his career. I don't know. I'm assuming, but it just feels like
He had some good ones in the Bulls days.
I think he's a
I guess,
sneaky athletic guy.
Well,
he's sort of like shocks me when he like throws something down like that. He just doesn't appear to have that
Yeah.
in his game. Maybe it's those giant, sleeves he's wearing there.
He's a
underneath the
muscles guy,
jersey.
for sure.
But I guess he did have some good ones with the Bulls because they also said, I think it was Austin Reeves and Robbie Hummel said, this feels like the Bulls days.
Yeah.
When he
Feels like the Bulls
he did
days.
smash it. But they got the depth to perform in this particular game, while the Celtics obviously did not. They were looking for somebody to help out Jaylen Brown, who was freaking phenomenal. He just looks so good. This is the best Jaylen Brown, I think, season of his career. And then Derek White was helping out, but they needed somebody. The three-point shots were just struggling. Sam Hauser did leave this game with an ankle sprain, so that hurt, but Minot, Shireman, Simons just couldn't find a shot. So they were just relying on Brown, who played every third quarter minute, and then they had to sit him a little bit in the fourth just to get him a breath, but he came out and he didn't have it. And Derek White slowed down at some point. It wasn't Peyton Pritchard's night. They needed somebody. Well, the Pistons got the depth because they did feel like a playoff game.
The Pistons, they play so hard.
They
Those guys, and the Celtics guys, like all those guys you went through, like they were playing hard. That's what
yeah.
made it a very fun, competitive game. I am becoming more and more convinced about the Pistons. More I watch, I'm like, oh yeah, okay. I know this is like it's very rare for a team to like just go from not winning a playoff series to like going far. Like let's say at conference finals, it's rare. You usually gotta, take your lumps, right? Lose a first round, maybe lose in the second, whatever. But man, the more I watch of them,
Yeah.
and the Cade factor of it all, like you guys fight your ass off, and then we got Cade Cunningham to close. Can you replicate it in some of these series? They put up a great fight against the Knicks in the first round last year. So, I'm believing. Dan Devine tweeted last night watching it. Jaden Ivey's just like how he's been sitting down and guarding in the second half. I thought it was a great point. I was jumping off the screen to me as well because he was really locked in. I don't think of him as like a guy like defensive-minded guy, but he was moving his feet well, forcing tough shots, even if he was getting scored on, really putting in the effort. And, my only other note from this game is it's a very minor, like, geeky, I'll admit, note, but, like, Cade Cunningham is so good at getting off the ball and, like, timing a fast break. And it's, like, one of my biggest pet peeves watching any level of basketball, like a 2-on-1 fast break, a 3-on-2, a guy that just holds on to the ball a beat longer than he needs to, doesn't make the pass over to the wing, kick ahead, whatever, like, just drives me nuts. Like, the ball's always going to be faster. Move it to your guys that you should trust. Cade never is an issue with that. I love it.
He gets off the ball quickly.
He gets off the ball so quickly. He times them. They're always in the perfect spot for a lot of his guys. He's damn good. The guy's leveled up so much. It's fun to watch.
My last two things are with regards to Ivy. He was playing good defense. There's no doubt about it, but he was basically only able to score in transition. And they already have Ron Holland. They got a guy who can score in transition and play defense. They need Ivy to be better in half-court scenarios. He's shooting under 40% at the rim. I don't know. He doesn't seem to have any sort of craft in when a defense is set, which is why he's a better transition player. So I would like to see that improve because I do think they need a secondary creator when it comes to playoff time because that's just going to be so much on Cade's shoulders. And that's a bigger ask in a 7-game series than it is night to night. The second thing was I thought Duren looked like the lights were too bright last night. He got completely outplayed by Cade. Only 3 rebounds on the night for Duren. They can't have that. He's got to be their second best player if they're going to go anywhere in the Eastern Conference.
Extremely quiet night for Jalen Duren last night. 6
Dropping
points.
the ball all over the place.
Yeah.
He was just out there to screen.
Yeah, the screen assists were probably his best performative factor last night. I mean, the big screens help each other out. But yeah, Ivy is lacking a little bit offensively as well. And that's why Missoula said, let everybody shoot. It was Holland and it was Jaden Ivey. And so it makes sense to let them open, but Holland contributed enough. And Jaden Ivey, he missed shots. I don't know if it's just only having played for a few weeks, but he wasn't completely himself. Yeah, he needs to get better.
I just think if it's year 4 for him, and part of it has been injuries for sure, but if it comes down to are we putting Ivy in a trade and that's the thing that'll get it done, they shouldn't hesitate to put him in a trade.
It's a little like Jalen Green. It feels a little Jalen Green-esque to some degree. Like you got the best athlete out there, an incredible athlete, but if he's not producing day in and day out, maybe we move on if there is another package. Because as you said, or another superstar to be able to get. Because as you said about Detroit in the playoffs, they're close, man. I mean, they feel like they're super close. And if they need to go get an A-list type of player, maybe you package it, and it feels a little like what the Rockets did last year, especially in the Eastern Conference, as you called it, the Juvie conference. Is that what
JV.
Yeah, juvenile.
I'm not sending them to detention.
They're not. Well,
I'm just saying that they're the undercard.
Yeah, I'm not used to the juvie, juvenile, JV. Being Canadian, we never had that. But either way, it all works.
Brandon Ingram scores 28 as the Raptors end a 4-game skid with the 106-96 win over the Heat. Now, first thing from this game, I don't know if there's been an update on him, but Jokic went down with a pretty scary fall there.
Nasty.
Elbow injury, first quarter, took a hard foul. I don't think it was dirty at all. It wasn't, from Colin Murray-Boyles. Jokic was going for the dunk. CMB trying to block it, but Jokic fell real hard. And it was like right after he checked into the game. Anyway, they put the brace on his arm. He walked off, on his own accord back to the locker room. So we'll wait to see how severe that is or not, or was it just like cut open? Hopefully it's like not broken or anything like that. But the game continued, and the Raptors pulled it off in the end. They held the Heat to 96 points, Tass. And look, we had talked about this when he was struggling. We're like, Brandon Ingram, you need to take a break, man. You need to get rested. Well, the Raps had a lot of rest here. Ingram did, and I think it looked like a healthier, more rejuvenated Brandon Ingram last night, going for 28. He was hitting the 3-ball.
Yeah, there's questions out there. Is the NBA Cup scheduling hurting teams? They got so many games on the front end of their schedule, but then even if you play through those games, it hits you multiple days off, and Ingram chilling, looking good as a scorer, there's no doubt, to get them to the fourth quarter when it was Scotty Barnes time on the offensive end. Just everything going through him. The elbow, give that ball to him, make it work out there. That guy, wherever he is, I mean, he picked apart his own passing, mid-range, getting to the rim, whatever. The line of 17-10, 6 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks. He'll be a 5x5 guy one day. It's got to be. Yeah. But that run of 17-2 to start the fourth for the Raptors tore it apart. And the Heat just looked stinky. It looked like they weren't playing on both ends, really. I thought they struggled offensively, but they allowed so many layups. Like Grady Dick had a layup where he went from the 3-point line to the rim, nobody there. And Grady Dick isn't the most athletic player. That shouldn't just magically happen. So that was disappointing. Ingram got him to that third quarter, but if you allow Barnes to work like that in his office, they're going to score points. It was a disappointing fourth quarter for the Heat on both sides.
I think the book is out on the Heat officially. In December, it's only been a handful of games. They're 27th in offense, but if you stretch it back further, the last 15 games, they're 21st in offense. That's bottom 10. They've been a bottom 10 offense for half of the season, and that was one of the encouraging signs at the beginning of the year for the Heat. It looked like they'd figured out a way to play offense, but they've been completely figured out. It's just too predictable. They try and drive middle all the time, and as soon as they drive, guys rotate around the outside. They went on TV and talked about it, and everyone's like, oh yeah, we'll just... You're not going to score over the top of us every single time, and it's become impossible. They need to figure out a way to get some picks involved. There's a reason every other team uses picks.
Yeah, and Tyler Hero not playing 3 of the 6 games in December is a factor because he's the guy. He's their best offensive player. No disrespect to Norm, but it just looks like what's coming. Like no one can create for themselves out there. Normie had he's 1 for 7 in the fourth quarter, but a lot of those were sort of in garbage time right at the end. When it was over, he's a great secondary scorer, and Hero's big toe has got to get better. He's got a big toe contusion, as Eric Reed said. You don't really hear that too often. Old big toe contusion. Eric Reed also called Khalil Ware the slender rim bender. I don't know how I feel about that nickname. Here comes the slender rim bender.
Slender rim bender.
Just a skinny dunker.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, once in a while.
I kind of like it.
For the Raps, too, we had Mamu and Shed having really phenomenal games off the bench. Mamu got it going in the fourth quarter. He was good in his late stint. And then Shed was awesome all game long. I think he's just great game management, and I think he sort of relished or enjoyed battling Davion Mitchell, who had some battles up in Toronto against in practice, he said. But 8 points, 10 assists, 3 boards for Shed, plus 27 in 23 minutes for him. So he had a positive impact on the game. Yeah, Miami Heat, they're struggling right now. They're reeling after that very hot start, maybe surprise some people, and they're starting to fall here. And you got this another injury here potentially to Jovic. got Hero out still. Norm has cooled off to some extent a little bit. It's not a great stretch here.
They've lost
for
5
Miami.
straight.
Yeah.
6 of 7.
Yeah.
And pretty much corresponds with when Hero came back, though he's missed some time since his return as well. They need a trade.
I just wonder.
They don't have enough talent, I don't think.
They seem like they could be one of these teams that do something here now that more guys are available to be traded and before the deadline. But we got a lot of time.
Yeah, the Morant talk was hot. The LaMelo Ball talk, I suppose, could be a thing. Yeah, they need a guard. It feels like, but is one of those guards going to be playing beside Tyler Hero? That would be odd.
Jaren Jackson Jr., there's a guy we barely talked about this season. Big game, 31 points. Cam Spencer. We talked about Cam Spencer more than we've talked about Jaren Jackson Jr. And fair enough, rightfully so. He had 27 and was talking crap to the Clippers as the Grizz beat them pretty handedly here. So, I mean, you think the Miami Heat are in the dumps right now. How about the LA Clippers, baby? They have not won a home game since Halloween.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
We've had multiple holidays go by since then.
We have, and, the Intuit Dome only cost $2 billion to make and can't even win there.
They still selling out the wall?
I don't know.
That's still bumping?
I don't know, but not great here.
Yeah, Lawrence Frank, leading their front office, met with their season seat holders yesterday. I wonder what they talked about. They also have an all-star.
That's a sign of the times. You would rather meet with anybody else besides Lawrence Frank. Like, give me a player. Let me see Ivica Zubats, please. Sure. Lawrence Frank?
Yeah.
I'd rather see Ty Lue. See at the tables.
Right. Yeah.
You know who you didn't see after the game? Apparently Kawhi Leonard and James Harden did not talk to reporters after the game.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
A very strange scenario. When you mentioned that arena, the fact that they're going to be hosting an all-star game in 2 months because they're not taking that away from them. no matter what they come to when it comes to...
That should be a penalty.
It should be. It should be, but it ain't happening. It's unfortunate. That is abysmal situation. But on the other side, I think it was Jaren Jackson Jr.'s best offensive game this year.
I agree.
Season high, but also 5 blocks. He has been kind of disengaged, I think, this season, and he has had less well-known complaints about the way things are going with the coaching staff in Memphis. So to see him fired up and playing hard in this game, maybe it's because Ja is back playing alongside him. I don't know, but he actually looked really into the game and looked like he knew he could dominate, and he did dominate. And Cam Spencer, another great game for this guy, knocking down threes. He's the most egregious T-shirt wearer in the NBA.
Oh, it's huge.
The's no compression. That's
No.
not a compression
No,
shirt.
no.
That is just a pure T-shirt.
Yeah. It is massive. It's just like a giant Hanes T-shirt or whatever brand it is. He's not the only one. There are other guys that rock those giant-ass T-shirts, but his looks crazy.
His is flapping.
But, man, the guy was, 7 of 10 from deep last night. And like I said, he was talking his shit. That clip going around is hilarious.
So funny.
Garby, get him off me.
Oh, man.
The most disrespectful thing I feel like you can say. When you tell the other team, when you tell the other coach and the bench guys, get that guy off me. Ooh.
Yeah.
If you're that guy that's trying to guard him, that's gotta hurt. Especially if it's Cam Spencer lighting your ass
What do
up.
you think Ty Lue's like? He's like, it's Jordan Miller, man. What am I supposed to do?
Well, yeah, good.
I mean, there's a lot of shrug skis for the Clippers. There was a lot of, what? Oh, come on, man. It's like they had no idea what sort of defensive coverages they were supposed to be doing. Kobe's Sanders and Brown seemed to mix things up quite a bit, but even a guy like Kawhi Leonard was botching defensive coverages, I thought, all night long, and they just look so bad. I think Ziggy completely nailed it here. Your new arena being known for toilets is classic Clippers.
Oh,
They're the toilet team, man.
do you think it's still known for toilets even more than the wall or the T-shirt cannon that can hit any seat? Those are the two things that I sort of, dare I say, have put ahead of the toilet,
Wow.
the number of toilets. But I haven't been there. So.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I can hit any seat.
Yeah, you didn't know that? You didn't see
No.
that video going around? I mean, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. I mean, the video board and the wall are what I know it for. That circular video board
The
that
Halo board or whatever.
that shows some bad
Shows them
highlight
losing,
clips.
yeah.
Turn it off.
But when Cam Spencer did start talking trash, that was off like a 30-foot bomb. Like, that was a bomb.
Oh, yeah.
So
He was feeling it.
he should be. Him and Pat Spencer, we talked about WWE yesterday. Those guys talk junk. They would be a good tag team, I think.
They would be. a
It
good
would
tag
be.
team.
They get into it. Yeah, 7 for 10 yesterday. Also coming off a game where he's 6 of 6 from 3. So he's scorching.
Get him in the three-point contest. It's going to be there. He likes the sightlines.
He loves them.
Yeah. Why not?
Honestly,
I don't know what his
put Pat and Cam in, and then I
Yeah.
guess put Steph and Seth in. Let's put as many brothers as we can.
Okay,
in.
Cam Spencer is shooting 50% from three.
Oh,
This
yeah,
season.
he's a lock.
He'll
then.
be there.
All right.
He'll be there.
Shirt on. John Morant hurt again.
He did.
Yeah.
Like got his foot kicked, maybe landed on a foot. There was some sort of foot action. Said he tweaked his ankle. Came out late. They're hoping it's not a big deal
Yeah.
though,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he just came back, and he was doing some jump moves. I don't know if he's doing the jaw moves that we're used to in the past, but he looked a little bit more boosty, I thought, than early this season.
Yeah, and he immediately went off. It's not like he sat on his butt and had to wait. He immediately just kept hobbling. Although when he got to the bench, he said, "I'm not sitting on a chair." He just got down on the floor. He was that much pain. So hopefully it's not that drastic. You wouldn't think so for a guy hobbling off on his own. But yeah, it was good seeing him since he's returned. He looks more jolly,
And then the final game from last night, we did allude to it when we talked to Michael Redd earlier in the show, but the Jazz, 140 to 133 over the Dallas Mavericks. Cooper Flagg obviously making history, putting up 42 points as an 18-year-old, beating LeBron's record as the youngest to do that. But the Jazz won this game. The Jazz are at 10 wins. Jazz are 10 and 15 here.
Oh, the
Solid
over-under
home
was
record.
18 and a half or something.
Wow.
Ridiculous.
Well, they're looking good to
really?
make that.
I think
and Keontae George, after he had a 39-point game the other night. He had 37 last night. Lauri Markkanen added 33. That helped them top the Mavericks there in overtime. I'm just saying, man, the noticer, as Trey Kirby goes by in the power rankings on our Substack page, well, I'm noticing the Utah Jazz a little bit more now. I'm liking what I'm seeing
noticing
here.
them.
Yeah, you're not missing them?
Jazz have been noticed. Brooklyn Nets have been noticed.
Yeah.
Lately, you got to pay attention to these bad teams. This was actually a pretty entertaining game because both teams are like, we're not playing defense.
Yeah.
We don't need to do that. No Walker Kessler for the Jazz. Gafford returning from injury. He only played like 12 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
No Anthony Davis. So it was just a layup festival for both teams. 64 points in the paint for the Mavericks, 66 for the Jazz. 5 guys in this game scored 25 or more points. That was awesome. Pure highlights. That's all it was. If you could make a move and get around your defender, you're getting a layup at the hoop. I think both teams basically shot over 50%. I think the Mavs were one shot short. Don't get on me, okay?
The Mavericks went.
Yeah.
The Mavericks went ice cold in overtime. They went 1 for
Yes.
9 in overtime. Big reason why they lost here.
Yeah, if you take a look at any Jazz game, it feels like you look at the box score, you see somebody scored 140 points. It feels like every single one of their games. There's lots of points scored in their games for them, and for the other team. It is so interesting with Dallas and what they do here coming to the trade deadline, because we've talked about you got to deal with Anthony Davis. This is the time to get bad and use that pick that you have, especially when AD is out and Gafford playing limited minutes and Derek Lively out for the season.
Yeah.
But Kyrie's coming back, you'd assume, at some point, and he's going to want to play. But, yeah, do they pull the plug and say, Kyrie, don't save us, man? You could have saved us in overtime, that's for sure, and help us win that game. But maybe they have this meeting and say, we need to get bad, Kyrie. Sorry.
It is interesting. Christian Clark over at The Athletic is reporting that they want to stay competitive through the end of the year. So, I mean, there was talk that Kyrie could come back by the end of December. I wonder if that will happen. On the flip side of things, the Jazz have a top 8 protected pick that goes to the Oklahoma City Thunder right now.
Yeah.
They need to start losing.
To save
Lauri
their pick.
Markkanen, you're getting a finger injury playing Frisbee or something like that. Because
cut.
I don't know what's going to happen in the second half of the season. The Thunder can't get 2 lottery picks. They can't.
The league
it's not
cannot
allowed,
allow
man.
it. No.
Yeah, so this result should have gone the other way for the sake of everyone involved, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah, the Jazz and the Clippers. Somehow they should involve the Clippers draft pick. I don't know, in the 3-point contest at All-Star Weekend. Like, it should just be up for whoever wins. Because it is ridiculous.
Juice the 3-point contest.
I mean, that's
Juice it.
OKC's. Yeah, something. I don't know. It's just such a weird scenario where that whole thing around the Clippers won't be answered until post All-Star game. There's no doubt about, the Kawhi Leonard situation, which is strange. It should be done.
Yeah.
It shouldn't
Don't hold
take
your breath.
6 months.
Cooper Flagg, back to him. Like I said, new record as an 18-year-old to score 40-plus points in a game. But I got a little trivia here for you guys. Cooper Flagg's 42 points, tied for 4th most by a teenager in NBA history. So he accomplished the 42 last night, a week before turning 19 years old. So you want to take a stab at the other 19-year-olds, they're all 19-year-olds, to have more than 42 points in a game.
Luka?
No, no, it's a good guess.
How about Brandon Jennings?
No.
He wasn't in his teens when he had 55 or whatever? That's crazy to me, actually.
That's weird. You're right.
It was so early in the season, but I don't know how old he technically was.
I guess he wasn't, unless ESPN research is wrong here.
That 1 year.
But fact check them, please.
Nope.
No, he wasn't.
Like he could have been 20.
Okay.
That was that 1 year in Italy.
I'm going to tell you right now.
LeBron.
LeBron did
Yes.
43 when he was just before turning 20, basically. And then the other two are fun. I'm just going to give you a one-word hint. Trey Kirby will get it right away. Survivor.
Cliff Robinson?
Cliff Robinson in 1980 went for 45 points as a 19-year-old and was nearly 20. He was like turning 20 like in 3 days. And then 2000, what's that?
I think it's the other.
Different Cliff Robinson. Yeah, 1980 actually, now that I say that. That's
Wait
not
a
him.
second.
Yeah.
He played for a long
There was another Cliff Robinson. Okay, that older Cliff Robinson. But 2024, I thought you guys might get this. He was a 19-year-old. He was obviously a rookie. It was shocking.
2024 draft.
He scored 44 points at 19 years old and 119 days.
2024 draft was last year.
Yeah, but it could have been the 23 draft, right? Because he said the year to 2024.
Yeah, it could have been, but I bet it was a 2024 draft.
This guy's birthday is tomorrow.
Hey,
He
nice.
turns 21 tomorrow.
I'll be 21 years of age tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a big number. So it was a rookie year?
Yeah.
Who was a big scorer last season?
So it was 2 years ago, though, just so you know.
What?
23-24 is when.
Oh, so 23 draft. 23 draft.
I'll tell you right now, he was a second-round pick.
Oh,
remember
respect. Respect
He
to
may have
being
been
a second
drafted.
round pick.
When did Michael Redd get drafted? Was he 45th overall? This guy may have been the exact same. Nope. Michael Redd went 43rd. This guy went 45th overall.
Looks
Yeah,
like
give me a conference here.
Yeah, Western Conference. I'll give you his jersey number. 45.
Not Donovan Mitchell.
No. This is tough.
Not Kyle.
it might be
Guys-
Cam Whitmore.
No,
that's way too
but
early.
you've got not Cam Whitmore. I thought you said Cam Spencer for a second. He's on that team.
Houston Rocket? Number 45 on the Houston
No,
Rockets?
Cam Spencer. I said.
Grizzlies, Gigi Jackson.
There you go. Gigi Jackson the second
yeah,
scored
nice.
44 as a
That's a guy I
19-year-old.
forget about.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when he got interviewed by Shaq, I guess.
Maybe.
He got on TNT.
He's like,
Me- yeah.
He's all excited.
Oh yeah. Okay, there you go.
Cool.
Cool.
GG.
Will
Good game.
Will Cooper Flagg eclipse the 45 from the original Cliff Robinson in
By the
his
time he turns
teens?
20?
I think so.
Yes.
Yes,
got time.
he could do it this year.
Yeah.
Probably not before he turns 19, but yes, he could do it, and probably will at some point. Okay, Low Boy of the night is once again Ho Boy of the night. Check this out. It's sponsored by another Ho brother. We had Andrew Ho on yesterday's show. Now we got Christian Ho. His brother wanted to sponsor this thing. Yes.
I've seen Christian
Yes.
Ho.
So Ho Boy of the night goes to Jokic. She's your Ho from last night. Recorded his 12th triple-double. 39 points, 15 boards, 10 assists, 4 stocks there, 2 steals, 2 blocks. 5 and 9 from deep, 8 of 11 at the line, 13 is 27 overall. Way to go, Jokic.
Nice photo.
1 game on tonight, Tass, so we know it's our pick'em game.
Spurs, Knicks, NBA Cup action. Somehow the Knicks are the home team. Who knows? They're playing in Las Vegas. It's a small line. It's a 2.5 point line that the Knicks have to win by 3 or more, but basically we're picking who's winning. Trey and I have the Knicks. Skeets, you're taking the Spurs. Why are you taking the San Antonio Spurs here in NBA Cup action? Because they're good?
Because I said it yesterday.
Okay.
And they're good, yes. And, I gained a little more confidence when Michael Redd was sort of leaning towards taking the Spurs tonight. So, there you go.
Nice.
I don't care. I just want I want the cup final to be as entertaining as some of these games leading up to it has been. I hope we get a close game between the the Spurs and the Knicks tonight.
Trey, why are you taking the Knicks?
Knicks are 16-6 against the spread this year.
Jeez.
Oh, all about that spread. And it's a bit of an NBA Cup type of game for you guys because you're both 4 and 7
That's true. This is big.
this season, or this month, I should say, not this season. And December's a long month, but there are going to be days off.
Yeah, it's going to get funky.
Yeah, and I, in part, took the Knicks because I feel like they're going to be playing for each other. Jalen Brunson was asked, "What are you doing with the money?" by our man James Edwards. Do you have planned to give it to people beyond the team, like part of your team staff and all that? He's like, "Oh yeah, way to ruin it, man. We're doing it." Yeah.
Well,
you didn't have to admit it, but he did. And
you see what Towns said?
No.
He's given, I believe he said he's giving all of his winnings to Dominican Republic.
To the
like,
DR.
Like youth sports or something, right?
Where his mom was from, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn. That's, you put that on the line. You gotta go back that up.
That's a good call.
Great.
That's a good call. And he'll definitely be playing for the International All-Star team, right? Now that if you're doing this,
Don't do that, man. We don't know.
You will be.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Hey, I don't do that.
Hey, those voting for starters, I guess, whatever that means at this point, starts tomorrow. You can start filling out your ballots December 17th on Wednesday. So your starters for both the East and West Conference.
Are the paper ballots dead?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I don't think we have any more paper ballots. I don't think you can go to an arena and ask for a ballot to fill out and put it in a box somewhere. All done on your app, Tass.
I was thinking I wanted one. I know you're going. I just want to feel it. I just want to touch it. I don't want to click.
Pop those chads.
Pop a chat.
You, more than anyone's Mr. Recycle. So, I mean, I wouldn't think you would want the wasted paper ballots.
Well, I would recycle it.
Well, I know you would.
Or they would recycle it.
Well, would they?
I would frame it. Man, I just want a paper ballot to frame it.
I wonder what the last paper ballot was, though. How long have we been without actual paper ballots? I don't know. I would assume it's been a couple of years.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Memorabilia to hang on the
It would
set.
be
The
cool.
last paper ballot. I'll be voting for Tyrese Maxey. That's a guy I'm going to put a vote in for.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know.
Oh, yes. You tipped
so
your
you know.
hand in our Substack power rankings that if you are to see a vote or two for maybe Tyrese Maxey in Tim Bontemps MVP straw poll, that's from you.
That's
at least
from me.
one of them.
That's from me.
He might get more than one.
I was wondering, will he get more than one vote? He was my fifth choice,
Yeah.
for sure. But there's a lot of cases to be made for a fifth choice. It's like Wemby and Giannis could be there, but they
Yeah.
haven't played a ton of
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown and Maxey are like kind of similar cases,
Yes.
as is Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
So choose who you want, but it should be Maxey. I'm hoping I'm the only one.
As like it says an additional vote. because it
votes.
won't be
Tyrese
top
Maxey
five. Yeah,
won.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
me.
Okay.
I hear you. Yeah, that was tough deciding who's fifth. Because there's lots of cases.
Do you want to share your selection?
As my number 5?
Yeah.
It was a Jalen. It was definitely a Jalen. I went B.
Yeah,
Oh,
Brunson.
Brown. B. Brown. No, I did go Brunson.
Oh, okay.
I said B. It could be Brown. Anyway, I hope
say.
you're going to the arena next. I think out of all of us, to the Hawks Arena.
Yes, the Fortress. I'm going Friday night to hopefully see Wemby play.
Yeah, get that ballot if they have them. They probably won't.
Oh, I'll ask for a ballot.
Look for a paper
I'll ask
ballot.
our guy, Kyle. Hey, do you have a
That's
ballot
good.
in the back?
There's no way. There's no way they have
Like, percentage of people that go to, let's just use Atlanta, for example, on Friday night, how many people that are walking through that gate on Friday night don't have a phone? Is what we're getting at here.
Very few.
I almost could say nobody at this point.
How would you even get in? You gotta
Great
scan
point.
the beep.
I guess
get
you
in.
could come with someone that would scan you in.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Children.
Well, yeah, okay. I mean, kids don't have them.
Children, yeah. The other adults,
Yeah.
they all got them.
Okay. That's all right.
14 plus, you're talking 99% phone. Maybe there's a crusty old dad out there that's, I just want to pop a chat.
All right, before we go, we got a box from the Spurs.
Yeah.
A team I'm going to see on Friday night here in Atlanta, and we're going to unbox it here on the show. Is that the plan?
That's the plan. Yeah,
Okay.
we've got a gift from the Spurs and Ledger.
Okay.
There's lots of stuff in here.
Let's see
and
this
and
thing.
it actually has a speaker in the box, so listen in. Oh,
San Antonio has arrived. Been here for 50 years. And we're proud of it.
This looks like a boombox.
yeah, plays Return to the Max.
Wow.
This is amazing.
And there's lots of cool stuff. I'll pass this around to you guys.
Okay.
Check this jersey. You could be wearing this on Friday when you go see the Spurs here.
Wow, turn
A
my back on my Hawks.
City edition.
Oh, these are sick jerseys.
They
though.
are.
Oh man, this might fit me, guys. Wow, that's awesome. There's Wemby on the back.
Wemby Fiesta.
There's the Ledger.
There's so
There's
much
the Ledger.
City edition gear here. I'll give you your
These are
choice
some
of the
the
next
best
one,
City
Trey.
Edition jerseys ever. No
Because
doubt.
it's got, the rope across the
Rope hat, yeah.
Yeah, across
Grandpa hat.
the beak.
If you put a hat on like that, you're voting with the paper ballot.
But this is a badass shooting shirt as well.
Oh, that is cool.
That's super nice.
Oh, let's see.
Get in there.
Oh, damn, this is awesome.
It's got it all. We got it all here. Pretty stacked.
Turn it around for everybody. Look at those colors. What color is that?
Teal. Oh my goodness. This is my number one color combination: orange, pink, and teal. Wow, that's my signature color combination. Not a lot of people know that.
Shouts to Ledger and the Spurs
right.
for this.
Yeah, we got 3 items.
Yeah, baby.
3 minutes.
Give me a paper ballot, please.
What's
I would
up?
like to
Yeah.
vote for the old school players.
What's up, Papa?
You like my
Yeah.
people?
What are you voting for? Sean Elliott?
Yeah, you've also got the City Edition court here in the box. That's pretty cool. Return of the Mac is over. I thought it would play the entire song.
That was
Pop it
cool.
open again.
But it is cool. Yeah. Also given to us by Ledger. You want to keep your crypto safe. They've sold or given out 8 million devices. 8 million devices. 0 hacks. So you pair it with the
Ooh.
Ledger wallet phone app. It's the best defense. So get in there with deals if you want. Go to ledger.com. They've got Bitcoin vouchers going on. But do it with Ledger.
We're called No Dunks. Ledger might as well be called No Hacks. They should consider that.
Nice.
That should be their tag. The Ledger Nano Gen 5. This guy's you're in the crypto game a little bit, aren't you, TK?
Not your keys, not your crypto.
Okay.
How about that?
Oh, the piece of the floor.
This is game used wood.
Oh, it's got-
Authentic game used wood.
That's
from the
pretty
Spurs
cool.
Yeah,
City
Tass, you were
court.
just showing us photos, man. This is the actual little piece
I
in
didn't
there.
realize that was in that box.
This guy. Hey, Papa.
I feel like Garth right now.
Because I like those little wood courts. It is pretty neat. Because I've had
Yeah, that's cool.
the old Raptors one, the original piece of the court from literally when the Huskies played the New York Knicks in the 40s.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty freaking cool.
Question. Would this be a taboo of me to wear this Wembanyama jersey down to the Hawks game on Friday night? And now I say this because I'm sitting in a Hawks member's seats. He's very kindly, our guy Cliff, offered them up.
Uh-huh.
That's poor taste, I think.
I mean,
Oh,
if you're
Trey's
a Spurs
struggling.
fan,
Well, I mean, I'm not a Spurs fan. I'm a Wembanyama fan.
Okay.
I'm a Ledger fan now after this.
I think
I'm just here for Ledger.
it would work well. It fits over your black sweater.
I know I do like the look.
You can stay warm here in the winter.
Yeah, it's cold right now. That is
That's
just
a nice jersey.
damn nice jersey. Yeah.
I don't know. I think even if you're a Hawks fan, you have to look at that and say, it's a nice jersey.
it's a nice
No
jersey.
disrespect.
They'd be like,
Undeniably
okay.
a nice jersey.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens Friday night. Thank you. All right, we'll call it there. Lots of fun here today. Thanks to Michael Redd for jumping on with us. That was a treat. Hopefully we'll get him back on, talk to him more about the NBA season later on. As I said, I'll add the link to his YouTube page in the show notes. Go check that out, especially that one he posted. I think you guys obviously got a chance to watch it. Him breaking down with T that game against it was against the Lakers, obviously, where he went for. Did he go for 45? I think he did in that game.
The Kobe game?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. So, thanks to Michael Redd. Thanks to you for joining us. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Thanks to Ledger too for the all the goodies here. Mm-hmm. More of this, please. Keep sending in things. Unboxing. Did you struggle with the unboxing? Because we've seen people do it online, trying to record it. You didn't have to do that, but you were holding it. There's a lot of things. It's like a song and dance unboxing something.
You balanced it on your shoulder.
like a boombox.
All those years of balancing things at parties finally paid off.
For this moment. Yeah, it felt good. It's a nice box.
It's a very nice box.
They're going to display that box.
You didn't have to deal with too much stuff.
Clipper Bros.
Shit. Love you guys. Awesome.
Thanks for joining us. And remember, Rudolph, the Michael Red-Nosed Reindeer, loved being on our show. I wonder if he comes up with that for his kids. Said he has kids. It's a perfect Christmas song for the fam, right?
Brace the day, people.